I'm C14 Bagger. Welcome to my first vlog. I ride a 2008 Kawasaki Concours 14. Really nice bike. I pretty much ride every day that I have the chance, whether it's commuting to work or getting out on a nice day like this in the middle of March, or the beginning of March anyway. I try and ride year round as long as there's no salt or ice on the roads. But I've got my bike set up pretty comfortably for me. I got risers on here to get my reach a little bit more comfortable on longer trips. I've got some aftermarket brake levers and clutch levers and stuff like that. Heated grips, that helps out a lot when it's cool out. I got a V-Stream windshield. Really nice for especially if I get out on the interstate. If I lift it into the up position, let me turn the key on. If I put it into the up position, I pretty much look straight over the top of it, and there's very, very little buffeting. I'm about 6'2", and I'm long-waisted. So I sit up pretty high in the saddle, especially with the risers. That helps me sit up a little bit higher too, to get me more straight up and down. And it makes for a lot more comfortable ride if you spend a lot of time out on the road. I got a sergeant seat. It's pretty comfortable. It's a lot better than the stock one in my opinion. But just like everything else, everybody's going to have different opinions about it. So what works for you might not work for me. I've sat on a Corbin, and I've been told that if they're not broken in to your butt, that you might not like them. And I guess that was the case, because I thought it was a little bit too hard. But I could see how after it got broken in, maybe it would work very well. I've also got, I coated my saddlebags and a couple other pieces on my bike with bed liner. Gives it a really nice textured finish. I coated it with some clear coat after that, and it still has a nice shine to it. And they're really easy to keep clean, because that's my biggest thing. I wouldn't want to have a black bike that showed everything, and I would feel like I needed to clean on it every day. Yeah, I had my wheels powder coated black, but that's to hide the brake dust. So I don't know. I would rather spend my time riding instead of cleaning my bike and make sure it looked tip-top. I love the powder coat. A guy here in Missouri did it, and he charged me $150 for both of them, to strip them and coat them. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Let's see. I've got some Tech-Spec tank grips. They work really nice to let you get in there and grip that tank really tightly with your knees. That way it doesn't matter what kind of pants you're wearing. If you're wearing textile riding pants, leather, or jeans like I'm wearing today, they'll all grip very good on it. I've got all the different kinds of riding pants, and they all work great. I think this is the snakeskin material. It's a little bit harder, but it's thick and it's very grippy. They got the C3, I think, which is more of a gummy material. I don't know. I've never messed with it, but I just wanted something that I thought would stand up to the abuse that I would put it through using my bike on a daily basis. Couple other changes I've done. I got a Muzzy exhaust, full exhaust from the header back, full stainless steel with a carbon can. You can see the nice header pipes there. They're not blowing up yet or anything. It's made for a ZX14. They don't make a single-sided Muzzy full exhaust for the C14. But I could have bought the dual But it was just a lot of money. I didn't feel like spending somewhere between $1,300 and $1,600 on an exhaust. I think I've after shipping and everything, I think I spent about $820 on this exhaust. So I'm pretty happy with how it worked. It sounds great. I'll go ahead and start the bike up real quick. See if you can hear it with my mic here. I don't know. It might be a little bit loud for some people's taste, especially guys that ride a sport touring bike. But I enjoy it. It gives it a pretty nasty sound when you get on it, but it's also quiet enough when you're just idling through the neighborhood that you're not going to make your neighbors mad. I mean, I take off for work every morning about 5:20, 5:30, and I haven't had anybody complain to me yet. So I guess that says something. I've got a Stebel horn inside here, the Nautilus. It's very loud. Sounds great. I'll show you that one too. I guess the microphone should have picked that up fairly decently. It's very loud. It'll definitely wake up a sleeping motorist that when their main priority isn't driving, whether they're texting or putting on makeup, eating, whatever. That's just one of my pet peeves when I'm riding down the road and I see somebody that's putting other people's lives in danger because of the fact that they didn't make their first priority driving. That's probably one of the main reasons why there's so many accidents. It's people just being stupid. Some of the other big changes, the two main things that I've done to help the handling, which I didn't think the handling was bad in the first place, but I'm a big guy, like I said. I weigh about 250 pounds, and I kind of felt a little bit of the suspension, especially in the rear, would kind of wallow a little bit in the corners if I was riding really hard. Just kind of gave me a little bit of an uneasy feeling. But then again, I'm double the size of whoever the test rider probably was for this bike when they set up the suspension for it. So what I did was I contacted Traction Dynamics down in Georgia, and I had them build me a Penske double adjustable. I think it's a 8393, something like that. I don't know. It was the $800 or $900 one. I think after everything, I got the sock for it to protect it, to shorten the time, or to lengthen the time that I would probably need for a rebuild, just to keep the debris and stuff off of it, road grime, stuff like that. It's got a remote reservoir right here. Works great. It's plush, but it's also very controlled at the same time. It's kind of like the difference between getting out of a Honda and then jumping into a BMW as far as the suspension goes. The Honda is going to be comfortable, but it might not handle quite as well as that BMW that you jump into. I don't know. That's probably not a very good comparison, but that's kind of how I feel about it. I've also went to a 190/55 17 rear tire. Stock is the 190/50. A lot of opinions about it, but this is the third or fourth tire in that size that I've had on this bike, and I love it. I ran a Michelin PR2, a couple of those, and then I ran a Michelin PR3, and now I've got a Pirelli Angel in the back, and I've loved them all. I seriously doubt I'll ever go back to a 190/55, or I'm sorry, the 190/50, just because it's a couple more bucks, but the turn-in's quicker. It feels more stable while I'm leaned over. I really enjoy being able to get out there, and when the mood strikes me, get out there and hit some back roads and be able to keep up with those guys on sport bikes that aren't nearly as comfortable as my bike. When we stop and get fuel or whatever, everybody's coming up to me asking me questions about my bike, especially when they have to lift their seats up and dig underneath to find their pack of Tic Tacs that they brought with them. And I've got these. I mean, big saddlebags. I think they're 35 liters a piece. And then I've got a GV top case, E52, so it's a 52 liter. So that puts me at like a little bit over 130 liters worth of storage on my bike. Pretty convenient. Makes this bike very good for daily use. It's fast, it's comfortable, you can hold lots of gear, so it suits my needs very well. Up underneath here, I've got a power commander and also an auto tune. The auto tune bung, the O2 sensor, is right up underneath there. The Muzzy exhaust came with the bung already installed on it when I got it. I don't know if they do that for all of the ZX14 exhausts, but that's how mine came. I was pretty happy about it. I didn't have to make a trip to the welding shop. The tune that I have in there works great. Right now I've got the auto tune turned off because I've got it to where I want it. It gets good mileage. I usually get between 38 and 42, depends on how hard I am on it. But I've gotten as high as 47 miles a gallon out on the interstate with my bike, which is spectacular. I probably had a little bit of a tailwind, so if I had the windshield up, it was probably acting like a sail pulling me along, but I'll take 47 miles a gallon anyway. So anyway, this was my first installment of my vlog. I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes from here. I'll try and keep this updated with my riding activities. So, thanks for watching.